Race number 9's a really good field, this, and it's over the 1,000 metres, rather Class 2 over the 1,200 metres. Race 8's over the 1,000 metres. So we've got Rewarding Together, comes out of that Group 2 race last time, is a 6-time course and distance winner. Computer Patch has his second look at Happy Valley. Handsome Bobo, being an extended rating Class 2, actually carries less weight than what he did when he won last time. Campione's best form has been at Shah 10. Astrologer's been back to the trial since his last start. How Deep Is Your Love has his second run in Class 2, was placed behind Victor, the winner, at his first look. Harmony and Rich has had a stable change. Me Choi to David Hayes, and David's put the blinkers on for the first time. Rock Your Heart raced wide when third behind Handsome Bobo. Cops a good draw here, and Family Folks is a 4-time course and distance winner. Now, the speed map here, Tom, we've got horses like Computer Patch, who likes to run to the top, but he's also got competition from Campione, Atomic Force, Harmony and Rich, and we have seen Computer Patch ridden with cover plenty of times lately too. Yeah, we have. It's been a wee while since they've sort of really pressed forward with him, and it was a better run on the all-weather last time out from the Computer Patch. But Campione should be able to lead here, especially with Angus Chung aboard. You've got Harmony and Rich, who shouldn't be far away. Blinkers on him, Paul. I thought he trialled quite okay recently with the blinkers on too. Yeah, the blinkers seemed to work, didn't they? So they're persevering here to race day. Atomic Force, I think he'll go forward. Computer Patch, as you say, he doesn't lead anymore. And Rock Your Heart, with that good draw, he should be able to get a nice enough run. How Deep Is Your Love, I think the likely favourite's going to probably sit midfield. And he wears those orange colours, does How Deep Is Your Love? And those orange colours will be worn by his jockey, Karis Teaton.
Karis Teaton, How Deep Is Your Love, a horse who you're really putting together a good association with, and he returns to Happy Valley.
Yes, Nick, it's nice to see him back at the Valley. He ran a great race last time. Let's hope he keep his form and be back in the winner's box.
Just on that race last time, obviously Shah 10, the race you alluded to when he had his debut there, he bumped into a good one, clearly, a horse that we know quite well in Victor, the winner. Do you feel if the race was run slightly differently for your horse, you might have got that bit closer, if not beating him? I mean, the circumstances probably led to the winner getting first run.
Yeah, you're right. I thought there was a few things that went against him. I thought from the gate, Nervous Witness jumped aside and sort of knocked him out and just broke his momentum. And once he got going, then the pace slacked up around the turn. So I thought, considering how the race ran, I thought he ran a great race. It was nice to see him quicken up like that. But yeah, we are happy with the horse, and he pulled up well, so he's ready to go again.
It's a relatively quick backup. The fact he's gaining all this experience, do you think he can sort of take that in his stride, given that he is returning to the races quite quickly?
Yeah, I think so. He's a big, strong horse, and like I said, it felt like last time half the race he wasn't even there, and then he put a nice performance. So I'm sure Mr. Saiz knew what he's doing, and if the horse is well, he'll kind of run him,
Given it's a decent quality of race, obviously there will be plenty of speed on. I guess that suits your horse, given his running style.
Yeah, I think that will be perfect. He's got a nice draw, nice width on his back, so he gets the nice run. I'm sure he's going to be competitive.
They are Karis's thoughts. Here are Paul's thoughts on How Deep Is Your Love. Now, this is the race that we saw in the interview, Paul, over at Shah 10 last time. Gee, it was a strong field. We know how promising Victor, the winner, is, but it didn't end there as far as the form of the race went, and he's proven at Happy Valley. He is, isn't he? So coming back to Happy Valley, look, he looks really well placed there. He'd won his last two at Happy Valley before he came here to Shah 10. He's drawn ideally in barrier number 5. Karis is riding really well at the moment, so look, he looks tough to beat for me. He does. Victor, the winner, had that good runner against the fence, and he sort of had to come up 3 and 4 wider around the home turn. He's done a great job to get within half a length, and still like the way he was attacking the line at the end. So he looks really, really tough to beat, I think. It's a good push for How Deep Is Your Love. His rider, Tom, Karis Teaton. These are the last 5 meetings at Happy Valley only. He's flying along. 8 wins at the Valley, 3 seconds, 5 thirds from those 43 rides, striking it just under 20% in the end. Paul, there's not many meetings that have gone by where he hasn't ridden a double or a treble. No, the horses really run for him, don't they? And he's got some quite good rides there. You can see there. Telecom Speed, he can be a little bit... He's a winner in waiting. Yeah, I think he's right. But he can be a little bit dodgy at the start. King Invincible was really good on debut. Around the Earth, there was plenty of money for him last time. Janu Flash, he looks really well placed. Happy Valley, and of course, How Deep Is Your Love? Best of them, the last one? Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. They are Karis's rides. We move on to some of the other horses in the race right now, and we are going to start with Rewarding Together. Now, this is Group 2 racing, Tom. And the horse that he beats him home is in the yellow there. We see on the weekend, it just happens to be one, Lucky Swainess.
And he'll go off as a favourite in the Chairman's Sprint Prize this weekend. Lucky Swainess. He had a great run behind the winner last time out here, beaten, 4 lengths, but he was still running on at the end. He was back on the fence here and tried hard. Top 4, Paul, 6, should say, top 4 missed out only once for those 6 wins, course and distance.
Yeah, look, he has to go in for me on the back of that form, because that's rock solid form, isn't it? And look, he's 14 to 1. He can't start that, surely.
His last win, he carried 134 pounds. He's got one extra, 135 at the top of the book in race number 9. Next replay here, Paul, we have a computer patch. This is on the all-weather, obviously. There is a computer patch. Campione, whose best form has been all-weather and on the turf circuit at Sha Tin as opposed to Happy Valley. Astrologer, he loves the 1,200 metres around Happy Valley on a Wednesday night. And the other one in this race is Harmony and Rich, who did plenty of early work and has had that stable change since.
Yeah, Computer Patch got up to a rating of 115. He did run second off 114 as well, but his last one was only off 99. He's rated 104 now, 102 now, I should say. Computer Patch. It was a better run from him, but I think we've seen better days from him.
Yeah, I think so. And that was on the all-weather as well. Of course, he went across to a career and competed on the sand there, and he ran okay without getting carried away. I do quite like Harmony and Rich in this off that. He did a fair bit of early work. His prior run at Happy Valley also was very good.
Okay, that is Harmony and Rich, who ran 4th behind 8 trigrams after leading up in a trial, and he strolled okay since. But he's also in this replay here, Tom. It was a patient ride from Hugh Bowman, Handsome Bobo. He just dropped in behind all the speed this night. Did have the luxury of barrier number 1. Draws 12 in this race. Here's Harmony and Rich again. This is the race you mentioned that he did run second in. We've got Rock Your Heart, who keeps on after covering ground. He draws barrier number 1. Astrologer is in those red and yellow colours, and Grateful Heart's last turning for home.
Yeah, he's not going to be afforded the same opportunity this time round, Handsome Bobo. He'll get the pace to suit because he'll have to go back from that sort of draw, but he won't be this far away from them at the 200 metres like he was in this run here. This was the run, I mentioned about Harmony and Rich, Paul, and that was a pretty good effort from him because he had actually been trialling okay leading into this.
Yeah, he's got a new stable now. David Hayes has got him. He's got blinkers on for the first time as well. So there's a couple of changes there as well. Look, Rock Your Heart's rock solid. He's run 3rd in his last 4 starts, and he's very consistent as well, and he's drawn nicely in barrier 1, so I'm going to include him.
Gets big weight relief too at Rock Your Heart. Carries 9 pounds less than last time for Dylan Moe's claim, and also the fact that this is an extended rating class 2. Finally, Paul Eason, who was a winner last time, but it was down in grade, which is where his best form has been. Are we going to wait for him this week until he can get that class drop again?
I have. Yeah, look, you look at his record on the grade, and it's 6-zip. So, you know, history shows that he hasn't performed in this grade before, so he just struggles. So I haven't going to include him. It's quite a strong race, this one.
Yeah, it is, and look, everything was set up for him this night quite nicely to win. I thought Eason went off at 5 to 1 in the market, got up by a neck over All Greek to Me, who's been beaten again, but Class 2 has been a struggling point in the past.
Okay, so wait perhaps for Eason for something easier. Who are we not waiting for, Paul?
Well, I think How Deep Is Your Love, he looks rock solid in this race. A good run at Sha Tin last time, won his last 2 here. Rawin Together has to carry the weight, but he's the class horse in the race. Rock Your Heart loves to run 3rd, so I've got him in there for 3rd. And Astrologer, with the pace on, I think he'll be finishing off strongly. 7-1-10-5.
Yeah, agree fully that How Deep Is Your Love is definitely the one to beat here for John Size and Karis Teaton. Really chased home Victor the winner strongly last time out. So 7 on top of 8. Harmony and Rich, who is a well-rated horse from his new stable. His last win was off 93. He's down to a rating of 85. He's trialled up well on the all-weather with the blinkers on, being up on the pace, and covered a fair bit of ground last start and dropped away. But the prior run at the Valley was good. Rewarding Together can't be left out, even though he's got barrier number 10. He'll be finishing off, and Rock Your Heart from barrier number 1. He's been there or thereabouts the last few. Yet to win course and distance, but keeps running solid races. 7, 8, 1 and 10.